Hi, I'm Jordan Thorne, and we're here at Greenbuild 2019. Today I'm joined by Liz York. She's the Chief Sustainability Officer at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Thank you so much for joining us, Liz.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Amazing. You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about how you came to be in sustainability.
So sustainability has been a part of my training since I was in architecture school.
Okay.
And I started as an architect in a normal firm, and then came to CDC as a construction manager, which is kind of a funny way, yes. But as CDC realized the need for being more efficient with our operations, I'd already done a lot of projects where I was sustainable and was able to talk about those, and became the first Chief Sustainability Officer at CDC.
Wow, it's an incredible achievement.
It is.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun too. I mean, there's so many different things that you're looking at, and being able to take that step back and bridge these various areas of operations has been really positive.
Amazing. And what has been most rewarding about your time at the CDC?
So I would say that operationally, it's good to look, just like I was saying, it's good to look at the various ways that we do our business. But the most rewarding thing that I get to do is work with our scientists on things that they're doing. So I work with Chronic Disease Center, the Environmental Health Center, and we look at the science that they're working on, and then we try to bridge the gap over to architecture, design, construction, and our own operations. It's really positive.
Sounds really very interesting. Can you talk a bit about why a holistic approach to sustainability has made such a big impact on the overall well-being and productivity of employees?
Yeah, sure. So it's a great point that when you look at everything at once, you start to get these co-benefits of various strategies. One of the things that I've had the opportunity to work with our scientists on is the Fitwell certification system. And the thing about Fitwell is it looks at things like air quality, it looks at stairs, lactation rooms, basically getting the things into your building that help people be healthier. And the nice thing about taking them all together is that then you're dealing with the whole person and a lot of different possible health problems, and you're more likely to be able to help with mental health, help with physical health, maybe someone has a underlying diabetes issue, and these things all tie together and can help a person be healthier at work, more productive, and we've seen it in our own buildings. Happier people do better work.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
I think it's underestimated sort of how important little changes in kind of thinking about the employee can really make a change in sort of your company's productivity.
Maybe so. I would say that there is a lot more of an interest in it lately.
Yeah.
With Well and Fitwell, and then some of the other I guess challenges that are out there. These kind of wake-up calls to industry. I've seen a lot more people interested in how do I care about my people, and then that will drive the business.
Yeah,
so
it's a great change I think we're moving towards, for sure.
I agree.
How can leaders build a case and convince some of their biggest stakeholders to buy into sustainability?
So I think that when you're trying to get people to come on board with sustainability, the biggest thing you can do is listen to them.
Okay.
Understand what their viewpoints are, what their drivers are. If they have key performance indicators, it's better to know what those are. And then you start to have a conversation about how you can get everyone together towards their joint goals. One of I'm sure you've heard of the triple bottom line of sustainability. Triple bottom line, we call it People, Planet, Pocketbook, because we're a nonprofit, right? We're a government. But People, Planet, Pocketbook. When you look at all three of those, you look at a problem through all of those lenses at the same time, you're going to get a better solution. And so when you have someone that you're having a hard time getting on board, if you understand where they are on doing good things for their people, that might be health, that might be equity, doing good things for the planet, maybe that's not a priority for them, but maybe there are pieces that they do care about. So like marine life, or maybe they're interested in hiking, and so you start to, once you know who they are, what they're interested in, it helps you bring them in on that planet piece of the triple bottom line. And then finally, the economic piece, the pocketbook piece. If you understand where they are, like we can't spend any money, or we can spend money as long as we save money, or we have a 10-year ROI requirement or a 4-year ROI requirement. Once you understand that piece, then it helps you craft solutions that they can get behind.
I think that was one of the most interesting answers we've had so far.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. In what ways are you and your teams innovating to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN has set?
So it's a great question, and I think the Sustainable Development Goals encompass so much. I'm just going to take one piece. Of course, health is one of the Sustainable Development Goals. Also, buildings and facilities are, and infrastructure. Those are some of the other goals. At CDC, we, of course, our mission is to promote health. So we kind of check that one off, right?
Naturally,
Not really, but, and you know, I've spoken about Fitwell a little bit. It is a program that is intended to improve buildings and improve health. Another thing, though, that we've done that has been pretty innovative is actually collaborating with some nonprofits and with industry around, and this is going to sound funny, but freezers. So, large laboratory organization, we have a lot of samples, and they need to be stored in refrigerators and freezers. I'm not sure if you're aware, but refrigeration is a very costly and also energy-intensive enterprise. So we joined with these other partners and said we have to do something about making freezers more efficient, more effective. And we came up with kind of a challenge called the Freezer Challenge, International Freezer Challenge. And the first year we did it, we had over 300 organizations across, it was North America when we started. That were reducing the number of freezers they were using. They were tuning the freezer up to minus 70 degrees instead of minus 80 degrees. So that 10 degrees, it is about 40% of the energy use for a freezer.
Wow.
And just to give you a perspective, one freezer is about the energy of a house. So the energy use of a house.
That's, I think, wild. Wow.
So when we look at our own operations and we're looking down a hallway and we see a number of freezers, we have to think about that as a neighborhood. And if we could get a few houses out of that neighborhood, then we can reduce our energy use. And energy in a laboratory, freezers are one of the highest demand for energy. So I know that's a long answer and it ties a whole lot of things together, but again, if you're talking about holistically looking at sustainability, okay, you've got like combining and coalitions, right? That's a UN goal. You've got infrastructure, which that's what we're talking about, protecting our investments in infrastructure. You have energy, you have health. It's all kind of baked in. So
I love it, coming at it from a lot of different angles, which is great.
Exactly.
What maybe one killer fact could get any business to buy into sustainability?
One killer fact.
It's a tough one, because I think if there was one, you know, maybe sustainability would be a lot easier to tackle. But maybe one thing that you think really has an impact for kind of a general audience.
So it's interesting, you jogged my memory. So one of the things that we've done at CDC with our sustainability program is we call it Go Green, Get Healthy. And we combine this idea of health, you know, health promotion, taking care of yourself, with the idea of sustaining our world. Because we don't save the world for the world. We save it because it's our ecosystem and it supports human health. So when you can get someone talking about what is their favorite place to be, they never say in their office. They always say something like, oh, well, I love the beach, or I love the mountains. And as soon as you start to connect that idea of personal well-being with a place, then it's usually a natural place. And if you can start to get kind of this idea of, I can be healthier and more mindful and more at peace, or you know, more focused, and usually it has something to do with nature, then you start to tie these things together for them. I don't know if that's like a killer strategy that
I think that's actually a really great tactic, because you're sort of using like the humanistic side to get them on your side and see, like, this is our planet, there's something everyone loves about it, and you know, there are aspects that you want to like kind of preserve and make sure they're still there, so it sort of can touch when sometimes it's like, oh, will this affect my business? looking at it from kind of like a memory or kind of a sensory experience, it can...
Right, instead of, will this affect my business?
Exactly.
It's, will this affect my life?
Yeah, that's a great answer. I love that.
Great. Thank you.
And just to finish off,
Sure.
As a female leader in sustainability, what message would you want to pass down to women who are just starting out in their career, who might, really want to make a difference and have a voice in bringing sustainability into their own businesses?
So this is a great question, and I love to work with young women and help them find their voice.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. I would say that one of the best things that a young leader can do is to meet other leaders, and not just females, but males as well, and from all walks of life. Not just architects, not just sustainability people, but meet people in finance. Find a finance guru, someone, maybe it's your mother's boss or coworker, and start to develop relationships across typical organizational boundaries so that you understand more about the entire business of doing business. Sustainability is really about doing everything with more efficiency, more effectively, and with an eye to more lenses, not fewer lenses. And the more that you as a young leader can connect and find people that you trust that can teach you things, the better you're going to do at whatever you take on.
Amazing. I think that was some incredible advice for women watching this and looking for the advice.
Thank you.
Liz, thank you so much for speaking to me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's great, Jordan.
Thank you.